Hello all of you box enthusiasts and welcome back to the channel. I haven't done a Danny Phantom video in quite a while now. I was pondering for the longest time whether or not I should do a Box Ghost character analysis. Something similar to my Klemper video from a while ago. Ultimately, I decided it would be more fun to review Boxed Up Fury, which is by far his biggest role, and no doubt the majority of that analysis would come from this episode anyway. I haven't seen this episode in the longest time, so it was enjoyable to open up the box and check out the plot. And yes, I will likely include a lot more allusions to terrifying boxes, so please beware. So let's do it then. Let's talk about the time the Box Ghost was the villain of the week. No, seriously, he is. I know, I was shocked too. Alright, so I think kicking off a very divisive plot like this one with a very meta joke was clearly the right way to begin. We see the Box Ghost getting annoyed about the fact that other ghosts, such as Undergrowth, have huge bounties on their wanted poster. You know, villains that actually pose a threat. Opposed to a comic relief villain with an obsession with boxes. I did find it entertaining just how self-aware the plot is in that regard. The writers know he's a comic relief character. They know he poses no threat. The bravest thing here was attempting to use a character such as this in a main capacity. For a one-off plot, it certainly works, especially as it's funny, but treating something like this as a possible backdoor pilot to a spin-off wouldn't work. Comic relief characters don't generally work as leads.
And with the aid of some very special boxes, I will bring stackable, packable terror to them all!
So I think having the basis of this plot be something as simple as the Box Ghost wants to be taken seriously is for sure the right move. There has been 2 seasons worth of the Box Ghost posing no threat. The audience know what they're in for with him. And all of his feeble attempts before acquiring Pandora's box was so sweet. You can see the desperation in his words. Oh no, an evil lunchbox of high cholesterol sandwiches. What can we possibly do? It's comedic while aiding the plot. The more he fails, the more it's pushing him to achieve a level of threat. So yes, it makes sense he would seek out Pandora's box. Objectively the most well-known and threatening box. In terms of Pandora's box, it's nice to have some real-world tether interwoven into the plot. It relates to Greek mythology and would make sense for such a device to exist in the Ghost Zone. I like the added bonus that the more the box is opened, the more the inner evil is channeled into the user. It's a good explanation for why the Box Ghost sounds more threatening now. If all the horrendous creatures weren't doing that anyway. My initial fear was going to be that Pandora would be the true threat and the Box Ghost would be sidelined to comic relief again, but in the final act, it wasn't the case. In an audience subversion, she ends up aiding Danny in breaking the Box Ghost's newly acquired 6-sided ego. The real entertainment here is just the Box Ghost destroying Amity Park. Look, he's the villain this time, I get it, you're supposed to root against him. But, I don't know, it was kind of nice seeing him have a win and be taken seriously. It's hard to break the sort of mold with comic characters, but something like this works. Especially as so much of this, and other plots included, putting him down all the time.
And overseeing it all appears to be a ghost with an inferiority complex who just wants attention. Well, he's certainly got mine.
The only parts of the episode that were kind of boring to me was Danny seeking out Pandora. It didn't objectively do anything wrong, I just found it quite boring. But then again, I was so immersed in my cardboard box that it was hard to engage with that section of the plot. The resolution was kind of quick, but we all knew the status quo was going to reset itself. Well, mostly anyway. I did find it funny when Pandora gave a humanitarian speech about keeping both worlds safe while frying the Box Ghost with her powers. It was such a fun juxtaposition, but then again, this whole plot is exactly that. One big fun juxtaposition. The Box Ghost, who is no threat, had his moment, and I mean the writers went all out with it. For an episode like this, they sort of had to. They couldn't have an average run-of-the-mill plot with the Box Ghost. He's so one-note and comical. There isn't a lot to him apart from boxes. It was nice to have the episode end with him receiving a larger bounty, even if it's nothing on the rest. It meant something to him. His box was ticked. Now, before wrapping things up, I have a question for the Danny Phantom writers. You let the Box Ghost have an episode, but you won't let Klemper have one. What kind of rubbish is that? Show Klemper some love, man.
But I just want to be your friend!
I will be your friend, Klemper. and if this show ever gets revived, I will petition for a Clamper-centric episode. Well, that was my thoughts. What did you all think? I would love to hear your thoughts in comments down below. If you enjoyed what you saw, could you please hit that like button and subscribe? It will help my channel continue to grow. Remember, always keep your boxes safe and beware. See you all soon.